Yes, you read that right. You need to prepare for the next halving right now. My name is mikemadz. Let's go. As always, guys, please leave a like, comment below, check out my links in the description, and of course, subscribe. Alright, first things first, let's always have an eye on the Bitcoin chart. It's important to see where the market is at, okay? Currently in the process of on the weekly of creating a beautiful bullish wick on this weekly candle. So there is clear demand at those levels. First of all, it's close to the past cycle's top. And second of all, it's just in general, 20K in general, or close to 20K is a psychological important level to hold, okay? Currently pumping back higher to around 21,200. I have to stay cautious. Why? Because we have been rejected at those levels for almost 4 or 5 times, okay? So too early to call it the day here. However, if we push through those levels, there is a sign of creating a higher low here from the bottom. And in general, it's good that we didn't create a new low, of course. If we look on the weekly RSI, we're still in the downtrend, of course. And as we speak, we are testing that resistance level that we have been testing since the beginning of November. So also interesting to keep an eye on the RSI for the next coming weeks and months. In general, for the RSI, we're still in fairly oversold level areas. So there is definitely easily room to grow for Bitcoin here. Okay, long story short, Bitcoin is moving sideways still. Like I said many videos ago, things are looking bullish in this short term. However, we're still at levels we had tested in June already. Okay, so nothing too special here, but of course it's nice to see that we didn't create a lower low. Another thing that I'm seeing here is that we might be in the process of forming a W pattern. W pattern indicates short or midterm bullish price momentum and would indicate that we might test the bull market support band in the future again, okay? However, it's too early to call here. The W would be confirmed once, if you imagine the price going up here, once the price breaks this middle part of the W, which would be around 25-ish level, okay? Once we break this level, it would be interesting. Why? Bullish confluence, first of all, confirming the W pattern, and second of all, it would be a level where we would be finally above the bull market support band. But we're not there yet. Long story short, we're still moving sideways. All right, coming to a very important part of the video, scarcity and rarity. Scarcity is a very important aspect of Bitcoin. Why is that? If we look at Investopedia and at the scarcity principle, consumers place a higher value on goods that are scarce than on goods that are abundant. Of course, something that is abundant is easy to get usually and is not valued as high as things that's scarce and hard to get. Okay, with Bitcoin, one thing is programmed into the blockchain, and that's for sure, and that's the Bitcoin halving. Okay, an event that's gonna make Bitcoin scarcer or more scarce, and it's gonna slash the rewards for miners into half. If we look at this chart here, First of all, you can see that we're early, especially if you look at the halvings. And second of all, that you can see in 2024, a guaranteed event that's going to happen is going to slash the rewards in half and thus making Bitcoin even scarcer than it is today. So it's a deflationary, scarce asset. And the beautiful thing about it is that unlike gold or other assets, the more demand is on the demand side, the supply never changes. Okay, there's always going to be only 21 million. The supply never changes. With gold, once the demand goes higher, of course, gold bugs and gold miners are going to work harder to provide for the demand, and it balances out. With Bitcoin, the supply is fixed, making it even more scarce. What does the halving should mean to you? If we look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, again, a logarithmic regression band, usually the time where we bottom is in the lowest regression band, of course, and by the time the halving hits, we're at least one regression band higher than the bottom. Okay, you can clearly see it here, you can clearly see it in this halving here, and the next halving 2024. What does it mean? That means that the price, average price, would be around 50 to 60K for Bitcoin. Of course, history doesn't have to repeat. and things can play out completely different this time. For all we know, people might front run this halving, and we might even get another peak early 2023. Everything is a possibility. However, if the past is any indication, then we should be around one regression band higher by the time of the halving, which suggests that the current levels we're at are decent prices to start preparing for the next halving. Again, a guaranteed event to happen. Hopefully, of course, if nothing major happens with the blockchain, a guaranteed event that will make Bitcoin more scarce. All right, coming to the end of the video, a very unpopular opinion. However, in my view, the next cycle won't be until the next halving, which will be around 2024, as we said. So treat it like a marathon where you have a clear goal in sight. Either way, we're almost done with 2022. We're heading into 2023. And by the time the halving appears, hopefully the Fed will be finally pivoted and the war will be over. So you have a bullish confluence. You have institutions then having a green light to go back into risk on assets. And hopefully then we will see Bitcoin almost at 100 and 150K for the next cycle. Until then, always have a gas pedal on the brake, of course, and treat everything with caution. Okay? I'm DCAing at those prices. I'm personally preparing for the next cycle, and I hope you're joining with me. Okay? Most important thing, don't get wrecked.